While you were partying, I was studying the blade. It's nothing personal, kid. After my unfortunate end as a vulpine furry and a half-naked man with an imposing figure, I have advanced my skills. The gems no longer sting as they enter my chest. It has all become an intoxicating rush. I have learned the patterns and combinations of macabre weapons and demonic tomes that are required to succeed. This was no simple task. Hundreds of failed attempts and just as many corpses left behind. I had reached the pinnacle of this world. I had adapted and conquered the overgrown dryad in the forest and the vexing laser dog in the desert. I had become unstoppable, slaughtering just for fun to hit a higher and higher body count. I am now familiar with the hierarchy of this world. More kills, more power. I visit the leaderboard daily to track my progress. I have reached the top 10%, but the top seems almost impossible to reach. I am convinced these other body walkers have gained the favor of the gods, or are just somehow cheating. Regardless, I feel like a deity in my own right, or so I did, until the godforsaken crypt revealed itself. I selected my primate form and jumped in right away. This was different. Immediately trapped in a long stone hallway impeded by vertical walls, ghosts and pools of glowing lava. I took my time. Treasure was abundant, and even cost no currency here. I was overconfident. Simultaneously, a siren blared, and the faint click of a door cracking echoed down the hallway. Worst of all, the largest ghost that I had ever seen began to rush towards me. I had learned to gauge my ability against the perceived strength of my enemies. This one would be insurmountable. Time to run. I had been turned around in this labyrinthine crypt and took off blindly. Left, right, up a wall, down a hole. It was no use. The apparition was upon me. One strike is all it took. The familiar sensation of failure and death struck me all at once. Maybe him. Skill issue. Go again. I reined in my greed and quickly located the exit, and by the time the siren blared, I was out the door. Leaving a dungeon just to land in a nightmare. The graveyard was a massive sprawl of crypts, broken fences, and horde enemies, all lying in wait to get a piece of my soul. After what felt like hours, I was gaining confidence. It felt like it was about time to take my borrowed power and move on to the next stage. This is how the forest and desert progressed. The same cannot be said for the graveyard. Seeking escape, I was met with a large crypt door, chained shut and adorned with 4 locks. I processed what I discovered, but it was too late. The ghost horde was coming. I was strong, but not enough. I stood still and accepted my fate. Maybe him skill issue. We go again. My further scouting efforts yielded interesting results. It turns out I was required to rob graves to obtain the crypt keys. I set to my grim task, disturbing the dead, defeating what was left of their essence, and snatching their valuables and keys. Eventually, the task was complete. 4 keys in hand, I had prepared myself and unlocked the crypt. I was not prepared. Another massive geist awaited me in a square arena surrounded by 4 lanterns. I charged in, expecting a similar experience to the previous oversized overlords, but was met with an unmovable force, an unstable ground that dissolved and caused me to bathe in molten stone. More times than I care to admit. I felt my vitality leaving. My window for victory was closing. Perhaps further research is required. Until next time, we go again.